Hi, I'm Sancio for an Excellent Lifestyle, and today I want to share with you one of my favorite recipes. It is actually something that I created especially for the people who live in Venezuela, whose main ingredient in their breakfast and sometimes in all the meals, breakfast and usually dinners, are arepas. Arepas are made of cornmeal. Many of you already know, of course, but I have to show you what they're made of and sort of give you an idea what I'm talking about. This is the cornmeal. In this case, I'm using the whole corn, not the refined variety, so that it includes its germ and bran, and therefore its fiber and lots of nutrients. Then what I did was, instead of making the traditional arepas, I want to add more nutrients, I want to add more flavor, and I want to add, in this case, more fiber and even good fats, because I'm eating flaxseed, I'm adding and eating, yes I am, sharing. And you could add sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, so many ideas. Even nuts you could add to arepas. But in this case, I decided to add some flaxseed, and as you can probably see, some of the secret ingredients that I'm talking about here, even some oatmeal, I remember I did add. Yes. Now, one of the main things here in these arepas is that I have hot oil there, and I'm going to make them fried, just for fun. It doesn't have to be like that, because usually it's a lot of oil, and you want to reduce the kind of oil, but you know, I'm using good oil, olive oil, you could use canola, you could use soy oil, that's really good too, and I'm going to fry them this time. I'm going to make little balls with this, but first I want to tell you that I combined the corn flour, okay, which is just basic carbohydrates, with some protein, in this case vegetable protein, my favorite type of protein, because now I'm vegan, okay, as many of you know. More than a year ago I decided to become vegan, so you have to eat beans of all sorts, and lentils is like the most, well, I love lentils. I can't say they're the most delicious because I love basically all kinds of legumes, but these I really love because they can be cooked in like half an hour, 45 minutes, and you have cooked lentils, which I added to the cornmeal, this corn flour that is bought, that is already pre-cooked, and so we have pre-cooked lentils, pre-cooked corn flour or cornmeal, and you could do this here, but I'm going to end up doing it with my hands. So imagine this. This looks kind of messy, but what you have to do is add the lentils and the corn and some water and some salt if you want, some sea salt, and you know, from here on you could get creative and add all sorts of greens, and I love them with carrots. That's going to be another video with shredded carrots. So if you can sort of see this, I hope to include the pictures and the videos of what this is. This is basically the mixture to make the fried arepas. Okay? So here we have it. And I'm just going to give you a few examples, maybe 3 or 5 right there on the frying pan, so that you know it's real and you know you can do it in very few minutes, because I'm talking about pre-cooked. You have them in the fridge. If you want, you have them in your cupboard, and it's, well, especially the corn flour, you know, you can keep the lentils in the freezer, and therefore you can just defrost them, okay, in the microwave if you're using one, or just leave it out, or sort of so many other methods, but basically you can have the ingredients ready-made at home. So prepare yourself, and therefore be ready for anything. Be ready for your family to love these, that's the main thing, and then you can fill them up with anything. Some people still like meat, okay, I don't force people to be vegan, but definitely I love these with avocado, and there's so many things that you can fill them up with, but there you have it. You start with a ball, and then you have the arepa. It's right here, moist in my hand, ready to combine some vegetable protein, which is from the lentils, and the good carbohydrates from the corn that is whole. So geez, this is super nutritious, and this is practically a meal in itself. You could start with any size, depending on how many calories you can eat. If you are really active and exercise a lot, then you'll need more arepas or a bigger one. Okay, the oil is definitely hot, and you gotta be really careful here. Okay? You can even take the time of what this takes me, and this is probably one of the longest recipes, but you know, the only thing that is a little time consuming is making the arepas. I don't know exactly, because I usually do them really quickly and it doesn't take much time, but I don't know if it's 20 minutes that it might take you, but definitely faster than even making the line at a faster place. And if I'm really in a hurry, I make bigger arepas. Look at this, beauty. Beauty of my lentil arepas. So I flatten it out. Sometimes it needs a little more flour. This one is a little bit too thick, but for the purposes of making this video really practical, this might not be really perfect. The important thing is that it's practical nutrition, not perfect nutrition. In any case, the nutrients are more important than the shape of the arepa. How's that? And this time, even though this is like a big quantity that I made so that everyone can enjoy these arepas, you know, usually in Venezuela people fill them up with cheese. There's really good cheese in Venezuela, including queso de mano, guayanés, telita. You could try cheddar cheese, you could try things like that. But of course, I shouldn't be even recommending people to eat cheese, nor dairy, or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, that's the tradition. And traditionally, in part of my family, we would eat this all the time. You could also eat an arepa with egg or egg whites, okay? If you're a bodybuilder, that really works, and this is super nutritious. Or just be like I am, a vegan. Let's all go vegan, guys and girls. So, there you have it. I have 4 on the frying pan. And, you know, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Monica, you know, some people love me, some people hate me, some people are like, love to criticize me. But you know the truth? That even fried arepas are good for you. So this is just something you could do occasionally. If you're really, really watching your diet, you can't eat anything fried. But even I eat fried things because I don't eat that much fat, and everything I eat is healthy. So if you're using healthy oils, like I said, there shouldn't be a problem at all. Ruby, I don't know if you can see him, but hey, Ruby. He's so cute. Okay, time to turn them around so that you know that these high fiber, high flavor, delicious arepas are getting done. I could use something like this to turn them, but seriously, for safety's sake, I'd rather turn them with something like this. Okay? Hey, don't get too close. No dogs, nor, I know what he wants. He wants the chicken soup that I made for him. Imagine that. Me making chicken soup for my dogs and my family, and not eating it at all. That's what you call a labor of love. And that's how open and receptive I am to different types of traditions, I would say culture, and I would say habits, you know, because it takes steps to be vegan. You don't wake up one day and say, I'm going vegan all the way. Some people do that, cold turkey, but most of the time it's a procedure, it's an evolution. So little by little, you stop eating so many, let's say, cured meats that are not good for you. You stop eating so much red meat, you know, and you go towards the fish, and then no fish, and then, you know, because you want to take care of the animals, and let me not even go there. Just take this recipe with you. It's really simple, really healthy, and I'm ready to show you a couple of these arepas that I made for you. Almost ready, almost ready. And I have a picture of that so that you can also appreciate how they're being made. Maybe in the future I'll have another person in the behind the camera, you know, doing the close-ups of everything I do. But you know, I give you the best ideas I can because the main idea is for you to get creative, and you don't need the exact recipe, and you don't need to see this exactly. And unfortunately, I can't bring you the frying pan towards the camera in this case. You know, I'm just chatting with you here, a little rambling here sometimes. Okay. So this is ready. See? You have one ready, and I don't know, this took less than 10 minutes. You see? You have your nice fried lentil arepa, and he likes it too. So, no excuses not to eat something as delicious, as nutritious, and as practical as this lentil arepa. Okay, maybe next time it can be rounder. Okay guys, I hope you like it, love it, share it with the world, and I'll see you on my next video. Lucy, you can't get in the way.